Hey, I hope you guys are doing well. In this video, I'm coming to you from the beautiful campus of Mississippi State University. This is where I attend school, and while it is usually pretty nice out here, it did rain on me just a little bit ago, so my shirt is pretty damp along with my hair, but nonetheless, we are going to be making this a video. And in this video, we're going to be specifically looking at Carnival Cruise Lines, which is ticker symbol CCL. Now, before we dive into the chart that is up here on the screen, I want to give you a little bit of information about Carnival Cruise Lines. On Friday, June 19th, the CLIA, or the Cruise Line International Association, came out and stated that they were going to further extend the suspension of cruise lines from July 24th to September 15th. Now, this includes any vessels that can hold a capacity of over 250 people. So obviously all of these cruise liners fall into that category, and it's not just Carnival, it's Norwegian, it's Royal Caribbean, it's all of the cruise lines. But specifically, I wanted to look at Carnival because before we really made it into this big mess of 2020, they had the most cash on hand to weather a storm such as this. And there have been some articles that have come out that have stated that Carnival is able to make it all the way in through the early stages of 2021 with the cash that they have on hand. So with that, let's go ahead and dive on into this chart here. So as always, I like to look at the weekly time frame. This gives us a nice long-term view at Carnival and what it has done over the course of its trading history. So you can see, dating all the way back from the GFC, we had a nice upward trend up until about early 2018, and from there Carnival actually ran into a few environmental problems that kind of stifled its stock price, sending it down. And then you can see early 2020 when we really, came up upon this big old storm here, and it sent the stock price soaring all the way down. Now, from this screen, we can come up with one useful level that will play into the current trading prices, which is about $20 a share, and that is now acting as a pretty strong resistance, as in the past it acted as a support. So now let's go ahead and dive on into the 4-hour time frame. This is going to give us a nice depiction of what Carnival has been doing in the more recent trading. You can see here we had about a bit of a double bottom here as we traded right around that $7.60 price point. So we traded all the way down, bottomed, came all the way up, and where did we hit? About $18 a share. And actually, I think that is a pretty important resistance or support zone now, as we closed right around it on Friday. You can see we closed right in here around $17.83. We broke down through $18 a share. We made a push midday towards about $18 a share, and then as we went into the close, the market as a whole actually rolled over, and we saw Carnival push down lower below $18 a share. Now, ever since the beginning of April, we've had this nice little upward trend, and as we approached that $18 price point, you can see we did have sellers, but eventually we broke through it. We got enough support and enough buyers that came in and actually sent the price up above 18, and we had a bit of a blow off top. We ended up hitting highs right in here. I think it was about pre-market hours, right around $27 a share, and ever since then we have really kind of lost that steam that we had behind Carnival. It pulled all the way back down right in here into the lower 17s, which I think is going to be a nice support level if we do in fact break lower as we come into Monday. And as we bounced off of 17.25, we pushed back up here towards 22, but again we were not able to hold above that 20 handle, and we've sold back down. So now if we look at this from a closer time frame, we'll move it in here towards the hourly. Again, we can see what happened here. So we had that nice push up. We pulled all the way back down here right towards the $7.25 mark. So we'll go ahead and throw in a support line right in there. And then we pushed higher, but we couldn't break and hold above $20 a share. We sold down. This was a good indication. We pushed from the low 17s up here to 20. Then we set a higher low right in here in the lower 18s. From there, we pushed all the way up towards 22. which was a resistance level. So we'll go ahead and slap that one in. Boom. And then we sold all the way back down. And this is where I kind of lost my bullish stance that we were coming back down here, bouncing off these lower 17s, and that maybe we were going to gain enough buyers to come back up and retest this high up here around $27 a share. But as we ran into 22, we sold down, and then we actually broke below 18, and we sold into the mid 17s. We then rallied up here towards about 1950, and then we sold back down, and we are now approaching that 1725 level. So to me, this kind of gives me the indication that lower levels are to come on Carnival, and that it's going to struggle as we move into next week, as this information has come out stating that cruise lines are going to be suspended even further than we originally had thought. So some levels to me for support would be, again, this 1725 level, as we've seen that it acted as a resistance in the past, and then it has acted as a support just in the past few days. Now, if we break down below that, the next thing that I would want to see hold this up is this upward trend line, which we've only seen it tap on once since the beginning of April, so I don't really think it's going to hold a lot of weight. What I think is going to hold more weight is going to be these moving averages here on this 4-hour time frame that you can now start to see are leveling off. The 50 is actually now moving downward and is about to cross the 100-day, and then the 200-day is about to become level. So I think if this price continues to fade lower, these are going to start to roll over more, and we're going to see more selling. In that sense, I want to look at the low 25s up here towards about, or not 25s, excuse me, the low 15s to about $15 a share as being a support. So that is really the level that I'm looking at, is if this continues to break down lower, I think these low 15s might provide a good buying opportunity to where we could actually see a quick little rally. You could take a little bit of your position off and then see what the stock does from there. If it is just a quick little dead cat bounce and then we sell back down through 15, I would not be surprised. It's really just how the market is going to play out as we move into next week. But right now, I think Carnival is on a bit of a downward trend after having that big blow-off top around $27 a share. Now, again, this is just my own opinion. If you guys have your own, please leave it in the comments if you think I missed something, or you just would like to state your own opinion on this. I would love to read it. If you have another stock for me to look at, leave it down in the comments, and I'll try and get a video out for it. With that, if you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like. I do enjoy seeing that. And with that, I will catch you guys in the next one. Have a great day.